Hey guys, and welcome again to the Female Pastor. I'm so happy that you are subscribing, that you're liking, commenting and sharing. So keep doing that, guys. Woohoo! Today I'm going to share with you how to make a children's story. How to make a children's story. I'm going to share with you 5 things you should do. And then later on, in 2 weeks, I will share with you 5 things, or we'll see how many things it will be, things you shouldn't do. But today we're going to look at the positive, and we'll find 5 things you should do. So, what do you do when you are asked to have a children's story in church? Well, before I was like, oh no, what am I going to talk about? What should my topic be? I just learned some months ago, and it has really helped me, that I just pick a topic related to the sermon. So whether you have the sermon or not, figure out what the topic is and base your children's story on that. It will make a wholeness in your whole service and church service, and the children might even listen more to you when you have the sermon as well. So, 1, pick a topic related to the sermon. Number 2, some people choose to have a lot of, stuff with them, and they're really creative. Well, sometimes I don't have time for that, so I really base my children's stories on stories, Bible stories, stories from my own childhood, or from a book I might have that has a good point. So I usually use stories. I tell the story. So that's what I do. And children, they love stories, as long as you do the 3 next following things. Okay, so number 2, use a story. Tell a story. Okay, not just, do you know that God is love? Oh, that's great, blah, blah, blah. You have to give the children some more stuff, So we are coming down to number 3. Ask questions like, for example, if you have a sermon about God's love, then you ask, so do you love somebody? And they might be, and they might raise their hand, and then not only ask, don't let them just answer right there, give them the mic and ask, okay, so who do you love? It really binds the congregation together, and the congregation sees the children, you give the children a voice in the church. So ask questions, small questions that are, not maybe even almost not even related, to the, just ask, so what's your name? If there are not too many children, you can ask, so what are your name? Or is there someone here that is 10 years old if you tell a story about a 10-year-old boy or girl? Okay, so number 4. Have activities. Do stuff. Not big stuff, you don't need things, but go around in the church maybe, or ask if you have I had a sermon about 2 rabbits that loved each other. It was a father and a baby rabbit, and they were jumping away, talking, and then while I was telling that story, I asked the children to jump whenever the rabbits were jumping. So I said, oh no, now the rabbits were jumping, and then, come on children, let's jump, and it's funny to see, because you see their faces, they start to smile, and it's not only just sitting there, looking in the roof, or maybe on the person on the other side. They do stuff, or you can ask them to do something with their hands. Just raise your hand whenever I say Jesus, for example. Or one time we went around in the church and we looked at a picture and I asked them questions. So activities, something to do. That was number 4. Number 5, and this is the best. You really need this. So number 5, be dramatic and imaginative. So use images in the way you speak. You don't even have to have images, but have an imaginative language, you know. So if you tell a story about Noah, for example, just say, you know, and the rain was splashing down. You know, you use images, and then you're dramatic as well. You know, splashing down. You use the words. You take the children into the story, and they can imagine it. You know, children are so imaginative, much more than us. You know, so the rain was splashing down. Or if you're telling them that, you know, I had a children's story where I told how much I love my children, and I might say, you know, of so much that you can love your children. I love them so much. But do you know how much God loves us? So much. And you use your facial expression, and you make the children look at you, and then you ask, isn't that a lot? And they're like, oh, yes, it is. So use big pictures, imaginary language, dramatic language. So you really make the children into the story. In that way, they will also see it when you come with your point. For example, God is love, or God cares about you, or it's important we care about other people that isn't in a good place, you know. Okay guys, that was my 5 things about how to make a children's story. Tell me if it was good, tell me if it was bad, tell me if you have some other tips. Write them down if you have, so other people can see them. I would love for you to share it if you think this is a, you know, kind of good story. Maybe you have someone you have asked to have the children's story, and they say, no, I don't know how to have a children's story. Well, send them this link, send them this video. So anyways, comment, like, share, and I will see you guys next week. Then I will show you a video about the female pastors. I have dogs here, by the way. This is Bella. You know, yeah, I was saying, focus, okay, focus. Yeah, next week, I'm going to share the 2 female pastors, or female people that had the sermon. No, next week I will share with you 2 females in ministry. I haven't edited the video yet, so I have to do that. And then the week after that, I'm planning to make another video how to make a children's story, things not to do. Because there are stuff you shouldn't do, really. I have been sitting through and I have had really bad children's stories. But anyways, I was thinking about starting on the positive note, and then I will give some tips about what you shouldn't do next time. Or in two videos. Okay. Guys, so nice to have this video, and I'm looking forward to make more and hear more from you. So please, have a blast, and I'll see you soon.